Good morning, students. Up to the last lecture, we are studying about the physical properties of metals. Okay, we started chapter number 7, that is the metals and non-metals. Okay, so up to now, we are studied about the metals and their some physical properties of metals. Okay, so here today we have to see some physical properties of non-metals. Okay, but simply the element which are present in our surrounding earth. Okay, look at carbon, sulfur, phosphorus. Okay, they are what? All non-metals. Okay, yesterday we see about metals, now we have to see non-metals. Carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, these are the some examples of non-metals. Okay, lot of non-metals are there. Okay, look at what are the general properties of that non-metal. Generally they are brittle. Brittle means what? They are not hard. We see property of solid, the solid, sorry, properties of metals. Okay, in that we see metals are actually very hard. Okay, we cannot broken that metals very easily. Okay, but here generally this we see properties of this non-metal. Okay, we see structure of non-metals, then we will see they are brittle. Okay, and non-lustrous. We see metals are shine when sunlight fall on their surface, metal shines, but this case we not see about the non-metals. Okay, these non-metals are non-lustrous element. Okay, then look at, we have to see some physical properties. Okay, now we have to see first, that is the physical state. Okay, at ordinary room temperature, what is the physical state of non-metal? Look at ordinary temperature, non-metals are at solid, liquid and gaseous state. Okay, look at, we find generally these non-metals in both the three states, solid, liquid as well as gas. Look at example, look at sulfur, phosphorus, carbon. These are the non-metal element which we find in solid state. Okay, then liquid state we find bromine. Bromine we find in liquid state. Then hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, these are the gases which are non-metals that are present in gaseous state. Okay, so such a way, if we see physical state of non-metal, then one thing we will be understood that, okay, this non-metal generally occur in both the three states. Okay, solid, liquid as well as gases. Okay, now next properties of non-metal, that is the physical properties. Next is what? Luster. Okay, so generally non-metals do not have luster. Okay, we see luster means what? If we incident sunlight on that particular element, okay, then what happen? It shines. We see this cases happen about metals. Metals have luster, but about if we see non-metals, then we see that these non-metals do not have luster. Okay, but there are some exceptions for that. Okay, look at diamond and iodine crystal. Okay, we know diamond is shines when sunlight is fall on it. Okay, but actually diamond is what? It is made up of carbon. Okay, and we know carbon is what? Non-metal. Okay, but this is an exception for this property of non-metals. Okay, what? Non-metals do not have luster, but exemption is what? Diamond and iodine crystal, which are shines even sunlight is fall on them. Okay, so in the luster means what? Simply shine. Okay, that particular element have shine or not after incident sunlight on it. Okay, so look at non-metals does not have luster. Then brittleness. Okay, we see brittle means what? They can very easily we can broke. Okay, if you take a coal, okay, and hammer it, then we see we can very easily broke it. Okay, so that property is called simply brittleness. We can very easily broke that elements. Okay, look at non-metals are brittle. Okay, brittle means what? By simple hammering, okay, by very less force we can break that particular element. Example is coal. Okay, we can very easily broke it. Okay, that property is simply called as a brittleness, and we see this property in case of what? Non-metals, but exception for that, that is the diamond. Okay, we see diamond is a very hard. Actually this is a non-metal, but still it is the hardest substance. Okay, we know that is used to cut glasses. Okay, so generally non-metals are brittle, but exception is a diamond, which is the hardest substance. Okay, so this about brittleness means what? We can break them very easily by hammering simple it. Okay, the next property of non-metal is what? Ductility and malleability. Okay, we see yesterday ductility, what? We can make long wires from that metals. In case of metals, that property we see what? Ductility. And malleability means what? By hammering them we can make very thin sheets of that metals. Okay, but this case we cannot see about these non-metals. Okay, we cannot make long wire from non-metals, as well as we cannot make thin sheets from these non-metals. Okay, so what about the ductility and malleability of this non-metals? So non-metals are neither ductile nor malleable. Okay, they are neither ductile nor malleable. Okay, so these properties we have to only remember about the non-metals. Okay, next property of non-metal, that is the conduction of heat and electricity. Okay, if we observe this property about the conduction of heat and electricity, then we will see what? Non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, heat and electricity does not carry through these non-metals. Okay, heat and electricity does not carry. They are bad conductors of heat and electricity. Exception is what? Graphite. Okay, if we see graphite, then we see it is actually non-metal, but still it is a good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, electricity can very easily carried by this graphite, still it is non-metal. Okay, so this is the exception for this property of other non-metals. Okay, non-metals are generally bad conductor of heat and electricity, and for that exception is graphite. Okay, it is a good conductor of electricity. Then now next physical property of non-metal is the density. Okay, if we observe non-metal, then we will see they have very low density. Okay, we see in case of metals have very high density. Okay, so in case of non-metals, what happen? Non-metals have low density than water. Okay, so these things also we have to remember. Then look at melting and boiling point. Okay, so look at, in case of non-metals have low melting and boiling point. Okay, what? Non-metals generally have low melting and boiling point, means at a very low temperature actually as compared to metals. We see metals have very high melting and boiling point. In non-metals, what happen here? Non-metals have very low melting and boiling point. Melting means what? The temperature at which they get melt. Okay, solid to liquid, that is the melting point. Okay, that melting point is very high, and boiling point is also actually very low in case of non-metals. Okay, boiling means what? At a temperature in which liquids start to convert into vapors. Okay, the temperature is called boiling point. Okay, so in case of a non-metal, we see what? They have very low melting and boiling points. Exception for this is what? Carbon. Okay, in case of a carbon, we see carbon has what? High melting and boiling point. Okay, so these are the some physical properties of non-metal. Okay, that we have to remember such a way. If asked in examinations, then we have to write detail about as like this. Okay, as like this you have to write in examination if asked about the some physical properties of non-metals. Okay, yesterday we see all the substances are divided generally into three categories. Okay, metals, non-metals and metalloid. Okay, So this is the third type of substances in which what happen, generally we see such a types of elements are there which are show intermediate property. Intermediate means what? In between, not similar like metals, not similar like non-metals. Okay, so they show somewhat intermediate property than what? Metals and non-metals. Okay, such a substances, such a elements are fall in this third category, that is the what? Metalloids. Okay, so in which what happen, we see some element having properties intermediate between metals and non-metals. Okay, means they not have properties similar like metals as well as non-metals. Okay, but they show somewhat intermediate in between, not as like metal, not as like non-metal, but intermediate in between properties. Such a elements are fall in this category of substances which are called metalloids. Okay, their example is arsenic, silicon, germanium and antimony. These are the some substances which are fall under category metalloids. Okay, so simply metalloid means what? These are the some element having properties intermediate between metals and non-metals. Such substances are called as a metalloids. Okay.